7:31 by now, and I see the flag. We can all pledge allegiance individually. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Carrie, could you please call the roll?
Yes, Chairman Kurtz.
Here.
Dr. Dimick.
Present.
David Brzezowski. Tom Norback.
Present.
And Will McPhee. I know you're there, Will.
What?
Or you were.
It cut out for a
Reception
second.
is choppy.
Oh, there he
Okay,
is.
he's here.
All right, I'm gonna change. I'm here. I'm gonna change Wi-Fi networks.
Okay, we do have a quorum. We have minutes from the last meeting, which included the public hearing and the regular special meeting that we had a couple weeks ago. Is there a motion?
Move to accept with the additions and corrections I submitted.
I'll second that.
Thank you for those. Moved and seconded. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried unanimously by those commission members present. Communications.
First communication, engineering department comments regarding Monarch Estate subdivision for lots 30 and 40 Monarch Places. This was discussed at the last meeting. Second is a request for determination for an in-ground pool at 1191 Marion Road, which is on the agenda under new business tonight. And that's it for communications.
Okay. Inspection reports.
No written inspections, staff inspection, Yalesville Road. This was part of the Prince subdivision, which allowed this lot to be developed. They called for a silt fence inspection. Upon inspection, the silt fence was not installed correctly, and clearing has been conducted beyond the non-encroachment markers. So I'm in contact with the person that owns the lot to find out if they cleared it based on a map, and that this is what's in the field is actually the clearing limits, and if maybe they moved the silt fence forward a bit. So I'm continuing to research that. South Meriden Road, we received complaints for 2 separate properties for the calls were for cutting in the wetlands. Inspection found that it was debris from the storm that was being cut up so that the town could come by for the town-wide cleanup and pick up the material. Additionally, a follow-up inspection of the wetland restoration on Plank Road, which is still looking good, and hopefully will thrive now that we have cooler weather. So that's it for inspections.
Thank you. That was quite a mess over there on South Meriden Road. They had a lot of
Yes.
trees down there. It was really
Hard hit.
unusual. Yeah. Enforcement actions?
No enforcement action.
All right. Case will go to unfinished business. We have the permit application of Richard Chevrolet, and there is a draft motion. What's your pleasure?
I'll move the staff wording.
Moved by Dr. Dimick,
I'll second that.
second by Tom Norback.
Can I
Any
just ask a
discussion?
question about that?
Any discussion, question?
May I ask a question? Can you hear
Certainly.
me? Sorry, for some reason, Suzanne, after the flag, I can't get back onto, it's not letting me back. But anyway, I just have a question. Do we we had a lot of discussion about alternate plans and alternate, what do you want to call it? Plans that were, and there were a discussion about the safety and the not, and it was something that we took seriously and considered. And I didn't know if that's something that we normally add to our decision in the, statement of facts.
Are you referring to the feasible and prudent alternatives that were proposed by the?
Yes, and is that in here, or is that?
During the public hearing? Well, I note that there was the public hearing that was held. If you would like, we could add to it for the findings that the commission considered feasible and prudent alternatives that were presented.
I didn't know if that was just something we normally did or that we just refer to the fact that we had the hearing.
Well, the record still stands that it indicates that that information was submitted. And because there's direct impacts to wetlands, that's why the commission had requested such information. So all of that is in the record.
Okay,
What we
so it's probably not
findings, if
necessary.
you'd like, I just tried to capture it generally by identifying when the public hearings plural took place, so that anybody reviewing the file would be able to follow along.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Thank you.
Anything else? We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the application, say aye.
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 Opposed? Carried unanimously by those, pardon me?
Actually, Earl, for the record, I just
Yeah.
want to, I'm gonna, oh, I can't abstain, can I?
You can,
Yes.
you can,
Do we have a quorum though?
Yeah.
yes, we have Earl, Charles, Carrie, and Tom.
Okay, then I abstain.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. With one abstention, the motion is carried.
Thank you.
The next would be permit application of Apex Developers. This is for 30 Monarch Place, Lot 4. And we do have a draft motion.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, what was remaining from the last meeting was a revised site plan indicating the extent of the non-encroachment area with markers proposed, and a note on the plan that would allow annual mowing in the area of the intermittent stream to allow for a wet meadow. That information has been received on the site plan and has been submitted to commission members. So there's no further outstanding issues for this application.
All right. Did we have a motion?
Yes.
I will move the staff wording on this.
And I second.
Moved by Charles Dimick, seconded by Carrie Dunn. Any discussion? I'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the application, please say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Carried unanimously by those commission members present. Next item is the permit application of Apex Developers for 40 Monarch Place, Lot 5. And we do have a draft motion for that.
Yes, this also we received a revised site plan locating the non-encroachment line with the markers and posts. So there's no further information needed for this lot.
Is there a motion?
Move staff wording.
Second.
Second.
Moved by Carrie Dunn and seconded by Tom and Charles. Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor of the application, please say aye.
Aye.
Pardon me?
Aye.
Wait a minute.
I think that was Ryan McAvoy talking, but go ahead.
Oh, it's Ryan McAvoy himself. Okay. Did anybody have something to say beside Ryan?
No, I think I voted in favor.
Okay. Let's do it again just to make sure because we sort of got a little off track. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion is carried by unanimously by those commission members present. Item number 4 is the permit application of Counterweight Brewing Company. And we do have a draft motion, which includes, maybe that's why Ryan's here, a few tweaks to the explanation.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we received a revised site plan, which was sent out to commission members this afternoon. This site plan, Ryan can speak more to what the changes are, but it addresses some of the issues that were raised at the last meeting, one being showing the connection of the stormwater system. There is still, the draft motion has not changed from what was sent to the commission previously. except for the date on the site plan has been updated.
Move staff order.
Ryan, anything you'd like to add?
Moved by Tom Norback, second. Did someone second? I know Tom moved to,
I'll
Approve the
second it, but I second it, but because I have no problem with it, but I don't know if there's any discussion that needs to happen.
well, right now, if we have it seconded by Will McPhee, is there any discussion?
Did I hear Ryan saying something? No.
I'm happy to give a brief explanation of what changed, just so that there's no confusion amongst commission members.
Yeah, I would like that, please. Thank you.
Okay. First of all, I just want to let everyone know that I apologize for that interruption before. Apparently, if you hover your cursor over the mute button, it automatically unmutes you. So I didn't click on
It's good to
anything.
know.
but
Thank you.
I was hovering, trying to tell my kids that I was about ready to unmute myself. So please be quiet. So having said that, thank you. At the last meeting, we noted that there was on the colored rendering for the utility plan, we had noted that there was a missing pipe that provided the connection between the underground infiltration areas on the west side of the property nearest to the brewery. That
Ryan, would you like me to put something up on the screen?
if you'd like, yeah, that would probably help.
All right,
Next, not this one, the grading and utility plan, please. Perfect. So if you're looking at this particular map, north is to the right. And if we're just using the sheet as a reference rather than north, there is a light orange dashed pipe to the lower right-hand corner of the larger proposed building within the parking lot. That is an existing 15-inch pipe that crosses the gas easement. And we're using that pipe as a means to convey the runoff from the western underground storage areas via that existing pipe towards Diana Court. So that was on our plans, that was on our grading utility plan, and the submitted set did not show up on our rendering, so we wanted to add that as a clarification. And lastly, Suzanne, if you could bring up the layout and landscaping rendering.
Okay, wait a minute here.
wow,
This one takes a while to load.
what a load, oh.
Okay. So if you look to the rightmost section near the parking lot, northernmost section of the property, we had previously shown some plantings and clearing along the wetland corridor, and we've pulled that back a little bit so that we're not doing anything in the stream itself. So that's just a minor clarification of what our intent was in that particular area. So there's no activity in the wetland. There's no planting proposed. We're leaving that as is. We're clearing within the upland review area only.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments?
No, thank you.
We're all clear? Guess we can proceed to vote. All in favor of approving the application for Counterweight Brewing Company, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Nay? Motion is
Very
carried
much.
unanimously by those commission members present. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
All right.
On to new business. Permit application of the Public Works Department for 165 Northwood Court. Is there someone there from the app? Oh, I do see someone there. Okay,
Evening.
please.
Okay, Walt Gancars, town engineer. Yes, this is an existing property built in the late 80s. There's an existing 15-inch RCP pipe that comes off Northwood Court that it empties out. And over the years, the homeowner in that area has complained with flooding, in particular flooding with his shed back there, that during high rainfall events, that it erodes underneath the shed. So the plan that you have was our plan to remediate that problem. And basically what it does is puts in a plunge pool right at the end of the existing pipe, and then drains across a 5-foot wide swale, rockline swale, and with a level spreader. All the work is done in the upland review area. We did have wetlands mapped last year out at this site, and that's shown on the drawing. It is the wetlands are actually closer, the map version, than what was shown on the town's website, by about 40 feet. But still, all of the work would be done in the upland area, and it's really being done because it is a town stormwater pipe that is emptying out on the property. Probably something that should have been done back when the development was built in the late 80s, but needless to say that we believe this to be a adequate solution to the problem. One thing I might add, like I said, it's only a foot deep and 5 foot wide, but we will certainly grass the berm because probably a chunk of it's in basically a lawn area, and then the remainder goes into woods, where we put in 8 inches of wood chips, because basically it just ends up with leaf litter, etc. From most of the year, not really possible to grow grass or anything in there. So I guess that's the problem in a nutshell.
Are there any questions? I have a question. Item number 2, is 1 and 2 the same discussion?
Yeah, it is. It's right, goes right down the border of these two properties. So the swale basically goes on portions of it on both properties. So we basically got permission from both property owners to do it. So yeah, it's the same project. It's just that it happens to be right on the edge of the properties.
Well, even I get it now. So 1 and 2 are really the same application. Is that
Yes,
all right to look at it that way?
yes.
Okay. I don't know what it is. Are there any questions or comments?
It looks like, what, about a 0.5% slope, because it's going from 274 to 272 over a distance of about 50 feet. Have I got that right?
Yeah, actually, the swale is about 75 feet.
Uh-huh.
So
So it's a relatively gentle slope then.
yes, and we do have a level spreader at the end, to help
Mhm.
dissipate it. And like I say, the initial being the plunge pool right at the edge of the pipe to slow the velocity, and then this swale, and then like I say, a level spreader at the end.
Uh-huh. Looks okay to me.
So we have no need for a public hearing or a site walk. We've got the information we need. Is everybody satisfied with the information presented?
Yes.
Yes.
I've looked at the air photos of the area and then the map.
Okay. Very straightforward and logical. Suzanne, do you need anything to draft a motion?
No, I can have
Any
something
other
prepared for the next meeting. I had discussion with Walt today, about locating the intermittent stream. He submitted an aerial photograph from the town GIS where he identified where the intermittent stream is located. I also relayed to him my question about the berm being exposed, and he indicated that it would be seeded with a seed mix that's appropriate for the conditions. There may need to be some discussion about how that site will be secured. You know, the silt fence probably should stay up until that area is vegetated, just to make sure that soil doesn't wash into the wetlands, since their soil scientists located that the wetlands do get very close to the project area.
That'd be no problem.
Okay, we got that. Is there anything else?
No,
Just one quick question. If you were to act on this at next meeting, when is that? And I
the
only
next
asked
meeting
for
is
the,
scheduled for September 15th.
oh, great, okay. The other reason I ask is the homeowner in particular is anxious to get his driveway repaved, and we've, recommended that he not do that work until if this work's approved and, can be done, that would be done so we don't worry about driving over somebody's driveway, and damaging that after the fact.
This being done entirely with town workers?
Actually, because of the storms,
That's
most,
why I asked. Yeah.
Yeah, no. We're going to use one of our subcontractors that we've used for, these type projects in the PAC, Rick Arisco. Does a real good job on a lot of these smaller projects. While the town staff is busy running around collecting storm debris for the next month or
That's
two.
exactly why I asked, because I didn't think they had the time to do it at the moment.
Nope, they don't. You're right. Okay.
Because that's plenty of time to get a driveway put in after it then.
Yes, it does. Nope, that's fine. I was just wondering. Okay, thank you very much. Maybe if there's no other questions, I might, before I sign off, I just wanted to thank the commission. I'm actually reaching the tenure of my career as town engineer.
Okay, we can stop that discussion right now. I don't want to hear any more about that.
Okay, thank you.
Go right ahead, please.
No, but I just wanted to thank the commission. I've worked with you for the last 7.5 years, and I did a quick back of the envelope calculation on about $40 million worth of projects. So, I think it's been a good experience. So thank you very much. Wish you all well.
Been a pleasure, Will, professionally.
Thank you all.
and the commission.
Same to you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Okay, on to the next. We did 1 and 2 together, I guess. Item
Yes,
3 is a request for determination from Scott and Pam Guglielmino. I'm sorry about messing up the pronunciation.
Did just fine.
yes, Mr. Chairman, this is
Okay.
a request for determination to install an in-ground pool at an existing residence at 1191 Marion Road. The commission issued a permit for the construction of that house previously, and this proposed pool map has been submitted for the commission's review. The proposed pool is to be located immediately next to a patio. There's one map that does not show the patio, but I did also supply a copy of the as-built that does show the patio. The requester indicates in their letter that this is a lawn area, and there are photos that indicate that. They also give the measurements and provide some details about the in-ground pool. So I'll turn it over to the requester if they have anything else to add.
Hey, please identify yourself and let us know what's going on.
Hello, everyone. Scott Guglielmino, my wife Pam. Nice to see everyone this evening. Thank you for your time. So we currently reside on Ashley Court and are under contract for the home on Marion Road. And a pool is something that is important to us. And the actual contract that we've engaged in with the seller has a pool as being able to install a pool as something that's
A
critical
contingency.
and a contingency. And so we have taken the steps and worked with Suzanne and several others to try to pull together as much information as possible to hopefully make this as clear as possible in terms of what we're trying to accomplish. But on the map, and as Suzanne laid out, we're looking to have a pool installed hopefully within the year of closing. We're hopefully targeted to close in October, should this work out relative to a pool, but have that installed within a year. Again, the area that we're targeting, and we had a aqua pools out, I think it was last week, to take a look at it and measure and take a look at the site. But it's an open area, grassy area, gently sloped, and we're hoping to gain a determination this evening so we can move ahead with the sale.
And Mr. Chairman, the map that the requester submitted, the one that has the green line and the red line and the blue line, that map also does indicate the location of silt fence towards the Cuff Brook area. So they do have the proposal to secure the soil area.
When there's a brook or a stream involved, the wetland area is not usually that large because the stream is where it's wet, and at the bank of the stream, it's upland review area, but it's not really wetland soil. So it's just a question of what sort of consideration do we have for the upland review area, and the stream or the wet area is very well marked by the bank of the stream, it would seem to me. I don't know what particular concerns we have. Somebody knows better than I could perhaps bring it up.
And also, Mr. Chairman, to that end, there's no proposal to clear any existing trees. So the vegetated buffer within that upland review area to Cuff Brook is proposed to be maintained.
I'm trying to remember that part of Cuff Brook. Is it there or just above it? There's actually kind of a stone wall at the edge of the channel.
I believe it's further upstream.
Further upstream, okay. Back where there used to be a mill house a long time ago.
Yes.
Mhm.
I, for one, don't have any issues with this because there's no disturbance to any of the buffer and or any of the, this is a grassed area if I'm understanding this correctly. Anybody else have any feedback?
Photos show from above. We used cones and a large tape measure to show that it is only grass area that would be disturbed.
Looks pretty straightforward to me.
Is the feeling that we do not need a permit?
I will move that having looked at what is proposed and having knowledge of the site, the commission does not, has determined that a permit will not be necessary for this work.
I'll second that.
I'll second that.
Moved by Charles, seconded by, was that Will?
It was me, but or Tom, either or, doesn't
That's
matter.
good.
I can't tell the difference between the two of you.
Is there any, well, I can see Tom,
10
I
years.
can't see Will, somebody talking, I'm not sure.
Charles, it's been 10 years. You still don't know my name, but that's okay.
That's all right. As you know, Will, I remember everything but people's names, so that's my one big fault.
We'll solve our problems if people aren't gonna get your pool for a long time, because we're busy talking. So. Is there any other discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion is carried unanimously by those commission members present, and we decided there was not a permit necessary.
Thank
So you're
you.
ready to go.
Thank you so much.
So then to that end, Mr. Chairman, if item number 4, if the applicant for the same project then would like to withdraw their application, then we could make that official and take it off of our agenda. So would you like to withdraw the application?
Us?
Yes.
Okay.
Please make it official.
Yes, you would.
Yes,
Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
thank you.
Mr. Chairman, before we depart for the night, I don't know if you've noticed, there's a gimmick on Zoom that allows you to raise your hand mechanically.
No.
Wow,
Are you gonna show us? Oh, yeah.
there it is.
I'll
Let's
never
hope it
figure
ends
that
there.
out.
It's
I'm not seeing
under
it.
a little thing that says reactions down at the bottom. And you could do that one for yes,
Thumbs up.
and then
There you go.
if you want to make it no, well, a thumbs up is this one. Yeah, that's thumbs up. That's the other way of doing yes. We need a thumbs down one, but I don't know that we have one.
They don't have one, I don't think.
All right.
Oh, this,
Well, I could never do that anyway, so I'll continue to say aye and nay. Is there any other business to come before the commission?
No.
Okay, we'll look forward to the next meeting. It looks like it's gonna be the same way.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yep, for a
Can't wait
while.
to see you people again in person.
Oh, yes.
all but Tom.
All right.
Have a great night, guys.
No further
Okay.
business. This meeting is adjourned at 8:02.
Thank you,
Okay, very good.
everyone.